Okay, good afternoon. I'm Sam Mahon, a member of Good Life. I've been training with Adam Canier now for about a year and a half. I work for Chrysler. I'm a production control manager, so do a lot of sitting in a day. A couple of reasons. One, obviously I was extremely overweight. I was just under 300 pounds. And the biggest thing is my breathing. What I found is going upstairs I'd be short of breath. I'm a Cat season ticket holder. We're in the very last row, and basically get up there, I'd be gasping for breath. That's the nicest way to put it. Okay, the biggest need was obviously I had to get weight down. I had a bad back, bad knees to overcome, and like I said, the biggest thing was the shortness of breath. I knew I needed better health. Always said I could do it myself, so to speak, just make the time, and never made the time. So I needed that discipline to get back and basically get myself healthy. I wasn't looking for an overall fitness level as so much as to be healthy. Yes, in terms of weight loss, I wanted to lose 60 pounds. I didn't realize it was that much when I started. I was originally targeted 50, but then I found I was weighed a lot more than I thought. And obviously to get so I can go up to the top of my section of the game and not be short of breath. Since though I've joined, I found other things in terms of flexibility, strength, things that I hadn't anticipated, didn't really care about, to be honest, but once you get into it, you realize when you didn't have it and you do get it, it is something that is important. They changed throughout the year in terms of what I could do in terms of strength. I didn't think that was important before. I do consider that now. The flexibility, in terms like something as simple as you probably see people, they can lift their foot behind their back to stretch it out. I couldn't do that because my hand couldn't reach it. I couldn't lift it that far out to reach. I can do that very readily now. Things like that, and the difference it's made in terms of back pain is greatly diminished. And like I say, the shortness of breath is definitely under control. Well, I'm getting up in age. I am older. Like I say, I have 2 daughters. I've got young nieces, nephews, great nephews, and I found it wasn't as easy to enjoy the time with them, like play with the kids. My daughter now recently is pregnant as well, so I'm going to be a grandfather. It's important that you have that health to play with the kids, and I want to be around for a long time for them. I want to be active and all that. Well, actually, I didn't really think I needed any extra help. I've never thought I'd even pay for a gym, never mind anything else. But when I came and say I want to learn all the equipment, so I said I'm going to sign up for the Fit Fix, like 12 half-hour sessions, and basically learn how to get my way around the gym to get the maximum effort for it. It was through that and working with you as a trainer that I found I can't do it on my own to get where I wanted to be. I knew I was in it for long term. I said, hey, it's going to be at least a year to be able to hit any of my goals. But I found the difference with a trainer versus trying to do it on your own is immense difference. In terms of comfort zone, in terms of watching out for injuries, in terms of keeping the right form, building up strength, and going to that next level, I can't do that on my own. I recognize that. I can get to a level now, I've been trained enough, I can maintain, but I don't have that skill set to get to the next level. The biggest thing I found though is flexibility, constant awareness, just the fact that how we work together, the communication, you listened to what my goals were. That was very important. You communicated enough of what was going on that I was able to adapt my goals to understand better. Like I say, in that flexibility, if my work schedule changes around, you found ways to work that in. And like I say, the listening and watching what I was capable of and pushing me to that next limit, those are probably the biggest things. The personal training side of it was a huge strength for me here, and obviously you personally, Adam, it was just a lot more than I thought I could actually achieve, especially in that time frame. I'm not going to say it's cheap, but in terms of my health, I thought it was money well invested. And as you know, I signed up, extended it a couple times because I thought that was money well spent. I'm a manager. I constantly do cost-benefit analysis on everything we do, and I did that for myself. Is it worth it? And obviously it was. Results, obviously, in terms of weight, I've lost about 60 pounds, and I'm not a guy who weighs regular. If I didn't get weighed in here, I wouldn't be weighing. In terms of shortness of breath, a huge improvement. My breathing is under control. It's a nice way of putting it. I didn't know I had asthma before starting here, and that was one of the things found that you told me that this is a little more than just being out of shape, and got that investigated and found I had asthma. But the combination of working and controls there has really worked out. I'd never thought myself a vain person, but the compliments that I constantly received throughout it, as from business associates, people I don't see maybe once a year that would come in, auditors, everyone in the family, in terms of what a radical change in appearance. Like I say, nothing I have fits anymore. I had to buy 3 different sizes of belts, because every time I bought a belt the next size down, it got too big, too fast. I couldn't go to the last notch. It's probably somewhere to 10 inches plus off the waist. So even though the weight was, like I say, 60 pounds, the equivalent in terms of distribution was significantly more. But feel good about myself. Sleep better, feel better, less aches. Just it really gives you a better view on things. You feel good about yourself. Well, it's a couple of things. One is it's changed my outlook. In other words, I said I can do a certain amount. I'm definitely a gym member for life. Gym is not the end that I want. It's a means to maintain health. So that's a lifestyle change that no matter what, I'm going to continue with that. Seeing how it worked, a lot of respect for trainers. Yourself is obviously my number one choice, but I look at some of the other trainers and see what they do, and they do a really good job. It gives me a different outlook in terms of professionally how I can do things. It pretty well ties in with how I've always done goals. Like I can see applying those goals, how I do professionally in terms of business goals, it works the same with your health. You keep focused and you're looking at what you're trying to accomplish and tracking how you're going against that, it works. One thing I find with yourself, or I guess it was probably with any personal trainer, they don't just look and say, I come in and put you through routines. You gave me a lot of articles in terms of right eating, sleeping, drinking, stress levels, different things to look at. As an awareness level, I never would have thought. I actually see people doing it wrong and can't help but jump in, especially like family members or people I'm close with, saying like, this is something that's not good for you, you shouldn't do it, and this is the reason why. I've read this, I've experienced this, and people do listen. But they'll all change, but it's changed with a different outlook at how you approach things, like I say, eating, sleeping, conducting yourself. It's been a positive change. A couple things. One, obviously, I didn't pick a trainer. Nick did at first, but I wanted a fit fix. Had no intention of continuing after that. Like I say, it's not cheap. It's an investment. Number of things. One, obviously, your skill level was one thing. To me, the communication and particularly the listening skills. In other words, you really listened to what I wanted to accomplish and communicated it back, and we reinforced it and kept repeating it. Is this where you want to be, and going through it, and kept me focused on the goals and reassess the goals. I think that was a good part of it. Obviously, I think you go above and beyond in terms of advising on terms of whether it's health, sending more articles, just caring when there's things going on with the family. You didn't just look at, here's what the physical things are. I think you look at the whole experience, what you're doing. And I found that during even that short period of the Fit Fix, that you are a person that I can definitely work with and get really good mileage to get my health back, and it bared results. Like I say, I didn't just sign up that first time. I signed up 2 times since, which, believe me, I never thought I would have done. You know? The one thing I would recommend for anybody, and there's actually people I've seen that have signed up and been introduced to, I highly recommend to start off with, take the Fit Fix, and then through that you're going to be able to assess whether you want to try it out or or not. I'm a great believer, especially if you want to improve your health. It's the total experience. It's working out, and basically it's getting to that routine and that dedication. And to have somebody able to help you is just a fantastic tool. Something I would recommend everybody take advantage of if they can.